it's hard for me to cry, especially around others or even with myself, without being in my head talking about, toughen up. Why the fuck are you crying? Get it together. You're fine. Why are you crying? You're embarrassing yourself. You should never feel like that. It is okay to feel your emotions and to express your emotions. I'm somebody who struggles with that shit so much. And you're struggling with that shit if you clicked on this video. It's hard. It is extremely hard, especially when you've grown up with the situation of not being able to express your feelings openly within your family, or whenever you did, you got shut down or you got punished for it. Because now as an adult, it's hard for you to then express your emotions whenever you're feeling anything without being emotionally shut down within yourself at the same time while trying to express them. You have a right to express your emotions and express them to yourself just so you know you're human. You feel. It's okay to feel. You don't have to hold everything inside and just until you decombust one day and everything starts to flow out and everyone's wondering what the fuck is going on, because you were having everything pent up inside. You weren't letting yourself feel. And this happens a lot. Everyone that goes through this is suppressing so many emotions to the point of eruption. And that's not healthy, because then you tend to destroy your relationships. You burn bridges like that. And also you can burn your life to pieces like that, because you couldn't take it anymore. And when you can't take something anymore, what do? You lash out. That's not acceptable. And your body is going to hate you for it, because all it wants to do is be able to feel what it's feeling. It's literally going to cause you pain to not feel what you're feeling. And I know this because it's been hard for me. I'm going through grief right now. I've lost my grandfather, who I dearly loved. And I just made a video about, I'm not sure if I'm going to release it or not, because it was more of a me venting and trying to express my emotions, because like I'm talking about, I don't know how to express them on a regular basis. Or I feel as though if I express my emotions, other people are going to feel even more emotional about my emotions, or they're going to feel as though their emotions are not valid because I have so many emotions, or my emotions aren't valid because they have so many emotions. There's too much going on, and you are not accountable for anybody else's feelings, anybody else's emotions. Yeah, and of course other people like your family, your loved ones, their emotions matter. They really fucking do. But if you're going to sit here and let everyone else feel and not allow yourself to feel, what justice are you doing for yourself? You're all going through the same thing. If anything, collectively, be emotional, because that's what people need to see, is that you're not a stone. You're not a wall. And if you're doing that, you're doing yourself a disservice by not treating yourself with the respect and knowing that it's okay for you to show some emotions. You don't have to fall out and just tear yourself to pieces, but just feel what you're feeling in that moment. And if you want to get out of it, if it makes you uncomfortable, continue to feel it until you want to be done. You can put a limit on it. You can give yourself a timer. That's what I do sometimes when I have uncontrollable emotions, and it's going to last way longer. If I don't stop it right now, I'm going to bawl my eyes out for at least 5 minutes. I'm going to scream, I'm going to shout, I'm going to hit something for at least 5 minutes, maybe 5 seconds, depending on where I'm at. But I'm going to allow myself to at least express that emotion. And I'm going to tighten up. I'm going to get back in order, get back in shape, get to going again. Because you can't stop, because the world doesn't stop for anything or anybody, unfortunately. And I'm really seeing that play out right now. And I fucking hate it. Hate it so much. But you have to be able to evaluate yourself and know that with you suppressing emotions, especially if you have kids, that's teaching others to suppress their emotions. And if you don't have children, people are going to suppress their emotions when they're around you, because you're not a safe place. You're not a safe place within yourself to feel your own feelings. So what makes people feel like they can be vulnerable with you? It's going to feel like there's a wall up around you. I don't want to cry around you because I've never seen you cry, even in the worst moments. Are you okay? Yeah, they're good. They're fine. They're not okay, but they're going to make it seem like they're okay. But now you don't want to talk to them because you don't want to seem as though you're putting your emotions on them, when they would never take it as that, because I'm that person. I would never feel like anybody's putting their emotions on me. I would rather people express their emotions and be able to feel. which is kind of contradictory for myself. And my little inner spirit be like, bitch, then why can't I scream? Why can't I shout? What the fuck? But whenever I did, I got my ass whooped. So, you know, shit. Healed from it now, partly, but that's how it is. It's how it is. And I bet you probably went through a similar situation. Whether it be when you were a child, when you were a teenager, even when you were an adult. Something made you feel as though you could not express your emotions. To also be able to speak about your emotions is so hard. It's so hard, but that's something that I've been able to improve on in the past few years. But when it comes to speaking about your emotions, it puts you in a vulnerable place. It really does. And no one wants to be vulnerable. It's the most exposed feeling you are ever going to feel. But it's almost like you're standing in front of a crowd naked. I don't want to be there. I will shat myself. Like, oh my God, get me out of here. But that was me. It was hard for me to say I love you to people. It was hard for me to even send emojis with a smile because I don't want you thinking the third. Like, bitch, what is wrong with you? What is going on? Or when somebody would hurt my feelings, I never would express it. I would just be like, oh no, it's good. It's whatever. Like, I understand you had this, you did this, you did blah, blah, blah. And I still kind of, to this day, struggle with that to a degree. But it's not in the way of, I'll still allow you in my life. If you hurt me, and maybe I was like, okay, it's good, I'm just not going to allow that energy back around me. But when I was younger, if you hurt me, I wouldn't even say anything about it. If you brought it up, maybe in conversation later, oh, no, it's fine. Like, okay, move on, forget about it. It's whatever. It's not whatever. Address it. Let people know how that made you feel, because they're not going to know. They will continue doing the same shiznit that they did to hurt your feelings initially if they never knew that it hurt your feelings. So as an example, it's like, say me. I don't like Sprite. Okay? I used to like Sprite. Don't come from my ass. All right? I used to like it. Now, I don't know why I can't stand it. It tastes flat. It tastes like nothing. And it just got bubbles in its stomach ache. I don't know, okay? But the fact that, say, I wasn't able to voice my opinion, I never told you that I didn't like Sprite, and I just kept letting you get it. Now, if I tell you 3 years later after the fact, why didn't you tell me that before? I was so just regularly used to getting you a Sprite. That's why I got you it every single time. You never told me you didn't like it. Why wouldn't you tell me you didn't like it? And now that causes a bigger issue because they feel as though you couldn't trust them with that information. Something as simple as that will lead into something as big as that. Now you're untrustworthy, or you feel as though I'm not trustworthy. As opposed to you just being like, hey, I don't like Sprite. Like, why not? I don't know. I just don't fuck with it no more. You can get it. I'm going to get this, though. I like this. I like root beer. I'm going to give her some root beer. Like, I don't get good. Shit. And then now from there on, they know. You told them. You were upfront with them about how you felt about Sprite. So now what? They move accordingly. They'll get you that root beer now because you made it abundantly clear that you do not like Sprite and that you like root beer. And if they care about you, they will move accordingly. Now, you cannot fuck with some people if they continue to get you that Sprite after you've told them however many times. Maybe you have to say it more than once, maybe twice, maybe half of a third time. But if I have to say it more than that, you're done. You're done. Because obviously, you don't have respect for me. You don't have any care for me. You don't have the pre-thought to be like, oh, I remember she doesn't like Sprite. Let me do something else. Let me get her that one thing she liked. And even if I don't remember what was the one thing that she liked, let me try something other than Sprite. Like, hey, I couldn't remember what it was that you liked, but I know you don't like Sprite, so here, I got you a Coke. I'll take a Coke. That's fine. I'll take a Coca-Cola. That works. You give me some Pepsi. I love some Pepsi. Like, you never know, but the fact that you at least had the common decency to take in my emotions into consideration of, hey, this is not what she likes. She's going to feel some type of way if I get her this. You're in a way better position. And that's how people feel when it comes to your regular emotions. Your sadness, your happiness, your irritatedness. I don't know if that's a word, irritation, whatever the fuck it is. Anything, any of those emotions that you feel, your anger, they want to know. And it's not necessary that you need to come at them with those emotions directly pointed towards them. But sit somebody down. Say they hurt your feelings. Okay? Hey, can we have a conversation? Yeah, hey, what's up? Da-da-da-da. I want you to know that what you said hurt my feelings. It made me feel as though I did not mean that much to you. It made me feel as though I was a secondhand thought. Whatever the situation may call for. After you have that conversation, they are now aware of how you feel. You cannot expect somebody to be aware of what you're feeling if you do not address and tell them how you are feeling. Because no one's a mind reader. And that's something I had to figure out. I had to figure it out for myself. I was thinking, oh, they know I'm pissed because da-da-da-da. Like, they should just know. They should just know. No, they don't know, sweetie. They don't fucking know. Until you tell them, they're never gonna know. So buckle it up. Get in front of them and tell them what it is. Tell them what it was that hurt your feelings. Tell them what it was that you expected. And honestly, before the fact, tell them what you expect. So then once you move or something goes on in that realm, they know how to act. And if they don't act accordingly, you know that you told them, that you addressed it. Now you have a reason to be like, okay, mother, you got me messed up. Like, da-da-da-da. But you're not there right now. You're not being communicative. You need to hold as a core value expressing your emotions to other and getting your point across via communication. Because if you don't do that, you're going to come across a lot more problems. And people are going to be pissed at you because they're over here feeling now caught off guard and hit from behind, stabbed in the back because you're over here pissed as fuck about some shit they didn't even know about. They didn't know hurt your feelings. They didn't know it was a sensitive topic. Just little things. If you don't tell people what it is, they're not ever going to know. They're not ever going to know. Like, another example. I didn't take any of this personal because they didn't know and I didn't tell them. But, like I said, my grandfather has recently passed away. That's something that I'm struggling with. But, before I start crying, I was hanging out with my friends, okay? I like to keep my mind going because I don't want to keep my mind on sad thoughts. So, I'm going to keep pushing forward. Every day is a day. I'm gonna do something. I'm going to do something new. I'm going to do something fun. I got invited to hang out with my friend and his friend and their kids. So I was like, all right, cool. I'm getting out the house. He knows what's going on. So cool. Get me out the house, please. Thank you. I appreciate it so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we go out. We have a good time. It was fun. We went to Top Golf. Had a great time, actually. It was cool. Like, I don't really golf much, but I guess I'm pretty good at it. Anyway, we go do that, and then we get back in the car, and they're talking about going to Bass Pro Shop. Now, it didn't really cross my mind that when we got there, they don't know my grandfather. I'm still very new into at least his friend group, and my friend and me have only been friends for like, I want to say 4 or 5 months now. Like, still doesn't know a lot about me, or at least the people that are involved in my life. He knows a lot about me, but my family, not really, like, not at all. So we go in there and they take their kids to go see the fishes. I did not know that Bass Pro Shop had an aquarium. If you know my grandfather, he is like literally the man where you come to for the fishes. Like, he was everything fishes, had a house in the back of his house, like a little shed for his fishes. He had a whole fish company. Business was working with the fishes. Always took us fishing, like everything. And that was the first time ever in my life. And you know, this is where I say I have signs. Like, I know that was a sign, but it also made me really sad. But I took it upon myself to excuse myself. I'm not going to go over there because as of right now, that will set me off. I will lose my cool. Not saying I'll be mad. I'm going to break down. I'm going to start crying. I don't want y'all's kids to be like, Tasia, why are you crying? I don't want to have them ask me that. So, and I don't want to ruin the experience. I just excused myself. I was like, hey guys, I'll be over here while you go look at the fishes. Like, it's all good. Like, I want to go see what's over here. Da, 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 da. I went over there, had to hold myself together. You know, it's okay. It's fine. We got through it. But at the end of it, they actually wanted to go back to that area. And I said again, I will excuse myself. I will stay over here. I went everywhere else, but I'm going to stay over here. And I didn't say anything about that. So I can't put that on them to just know that this is a sensitive place for me to be. I didn't even really take it as sensitive until I got in there and I saw the aquarium. Then it was just like, oh my God, feelings, feelings, ah. But it's okay because I have to deal with that myself. You guys didn't know. Also, I'm not scared to go in here. It's not something like I don't want to be here because I enjoy it. I like Bass Pro Shop. I do archery. Like, I get a lot of that stuff from my grandfather. That's the traits that he's passed on to me, and I'm so appreciative for it. And that's a place I like to be. But that was just a sensitive area, and it just was way too early. It's gonna hit me. So on the way out, I didn't act any different. I was like, I'm coming back. But I was kind of zoned out for a second, like calling my name, like, hey. And I'm like, oh shit, my bad. And I turn around and I see my friend tell his friend, like, hey, like, this just happened, like, the other day. And I was like, yeah, it did. But you guys are not responsible for my feelings. Don't think that you have to coddle me or think that I have to go home now because I felt some type of way. No, it's fine. I'm not bawling my eyes out right now, even though I really want to, but I'm holding it together because I know it's not your fault that we came here, that was a trigger point for me. You didn't know. I was unexpecting. It's whatever. It's fine. I will get through it. I'll be okay. But some people would be in that situation and be like, why would you take me here? You have me fucked up. Da, 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 da. They don't. They don't because you did not tell them. They were unaware. Very much unaware. Oh my God, I have a hair in my eye. Very much unaware. So you cannot put that expectation on others to read your mind. Nobody is a mind reader. You have to be upfront with what you are feeling and the thoughts that you have because no one is going to know off tops. Unless you can send some sort of brave wavelength, which I don't think we have access to yet. But you know what? There is such thing. There's telepathy. So if you're one of them, I think we all can do it. But if you're in tune, then you're there. But everybody else on this earth, you're not there yet. So don't expect others to know what's going on if you don't even address and tell them what it is. Because they're not going to know. They're not going to know. To be upfront with your feelings and how you are addressing people and trying to help them move through them with you is way more respectable than holding them in and flipping out on others later. It will save you a lot of headache in life. I'm telling you, promise you, swear. Just start being honest with how you feel. And when it comes to relationships, that's a big problem as well. A lot of people do not want to come to people with how they're actually feeling. And that's what makes people feel like they've been led on, or you were love bombing me, you were gaslighting me, when they weren't, but they just also weren't upfront with their feelings, and that's also wrong. Don't get me wrong, especially when you have somebody else that's emotionally invested in a situation, that's when you owe them to be upfront with your feelings. Instead of falling back or just disappearing and all that shit, that's not the way to go about it. That's not the way to do it either. Be upfront with your feelings. Tell them, hey, I know this is how it started. I know I liked you. Or you know I like you. I think we get along great. But I do not see a potential with us moving forward. It doesn't feel as though this is something that I see for myself. And they will take that information and do what they may. But at least you know that you were upfront with them. They cannot call you a gaslighter. They cannot call you a love bomber. They cannot call you this, that, and the third because you were upfront with it. You know where you stand. And also, a lot of the time, you'll get people who understand. And that puts them in a better headspace because then they know what happened. And when you leave people without knowing what's going on, causes them to act out. Makes them make up all these scenarios in their head. Well, maybe I did this. What if this happened? What if he has a different girl? What if he's da-da-da-da-da-da? The mind is crazy. You can run in circles for marathons in that thing. But as long as you are just saying, hey, this is what it is. This is what's happened. This is how I'm feeling. A lot of that shit will be cut and nipped in the bud. Real short, real sweet. Boom, bam, done. This is what it is. Okay, that's fine. It gives people the freedom to go ahead and move accordingly. Instead of you just disappearing or drifting away piece by piece, trying to slide out the door like, oh. No, because then what are they trying to do? They're trying to understand what's going on. They're trying to still grab your hand like, hey, what's wrong? Like, You're not telling me, so then they think, it's like when you're a kid and you get in trouble by association and it's like, oh my God, did I fuck up? Did I fuck up? But it was something else that just happened to be the situation, but you were just there. Now you're in trouble. But now you feel like, I don't know what to do. I'm trying to fix it. I'm trying to understand. But you're not able to understand unless somebody tells you. And when that knowledge is never relayed, they're in a never-ending cycle of just, I fucked up, or what did I do wrong, or this person did this, all this crazy shit. That doesn't need to be like that. But you just had to be open and upfront and honest. Honest. Just know that your feelings matter. And if you're on the other side of that situation specifically, and this person is trying to slide out that door, they're disappearing, they're ghosting you, even if they're doing that, you don't have to get that reply back. At this point, fuck them. Screw it. But send that message, whether it's green or blue, it doesn't fucking matter. Get your feelings off of your chest. Express yourself. It doesn't have to be a fuck you, da, 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 da. None of that. It can be as simple as, hey, I've noticed you've started to pull away. I see as though you have ghosted me. And you know what? That's fine. I will take that. I will take that to the chin. But what I do not appreciate is the fact that you've done this without relaying the information to me on how you were feeling so I could have moved accordingly. I wish you nothing but the best, but as of right now, this is something that I do not see moving forward as of per the situation, and I never see moving forward from here on out. I wish you nothing but the best, but you have severely hurt my feelings and how you've gone about things, and I do not respect that, nor will I tolerate that. Have a good life. That's all you need to say. At least for your own peace of mind. If you're somebody like me, shit, you can say it to yourself and keep it pushing. As long as you release it to the universe, that's all that need to happen. Somebody had to hear it. Somebody had to get it, and they get the message. Their karma will come back around. They're going to experience the situation you experienced. Somebody's going to give them that shit right back. Right back. That's how the world works. Circle of life. If what you're giving out to the world is what you're going to get back. That's why you always want to do good. You want to just always speak your truth. Because you always want truth spoken back to you, no? That's how life goes. At least that's what I want. That's what I want. I want honesty. I want to hear people's feelings. Good or bad. If I've hurt your feelings, please let me know so I can correct what I'm doing. If I make you feel great, please let me know so I can know what I'm doing right. And whether to move accordingly and how to move accordingly with you. Because everyone's different. Everyone likes different things. Everyone hates different things. But if you never tell me what you like or what you hate, then I'm going to keep going how I'm going. And certain shit's going to piss you off and I'm not going to know it. And I'm going to piss you off and I'm not going to know it. You're not going to know it. It's all going to be just a mess. All just a mess. So, end of the message. Please allow yourself to feel. Please allow yourself to express those emotions. Because if you do not express them, you're going to boil up like a teapot. And one day you're just going to bust out at all seams, screaming as much and as high pitch as you can to the high heavens. And you don't want to have that because then you feel deflated. Left on the ground like a balloon that has no more air left in it. Just sad. Just sad. Nobody wants to feel like that. Give yourself the grace, give yourself the freedom of just releasing your emotions and speaking on them whenever they are needed. All right, y'all. Love, light, happiness, peace. I hope you guys catch me in another video. If you made it this far, please drop a little emoji. I don't even care what. It could be like a little heart or something. Give me a little heart or something. Give me a little flower. Give me something. I just want to know that you guys made it this far so I know what I'm doing right. Leave me any comments if you have any questions, anything you want me to make a video on. I'm more than willing to do so. I hope you guys have resonated with this message and that it impacted your life in a positive manner. I will see you guys in another video. It's your girl Imani Reen, and I am signing out.